Hey there. So, if you are trying to sell your Mary Kay products to any and everyone, then perhaps you may be doing it the wrong way, right? One of my mentors has quoted, which I kind of live by when it comes to my business, is that if you attempt to sell to everyone, then essentially you're selling to no one. Hey family, it's Charlene Baker coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia, and here's what I want to talk about to you on quickly on today is how to have a specific group of people that you are targeting in your business. Right now, Mary Kay, along with your other traditional MLM and network marketing opportunities, when you are brand new to the business, your goal is to write down a list of family and friends, right? And then work that list to book parties and facials, or even just have your business debut from. Right, and essentially that method has worked, right, and it continues to remain effective, because there are a lot of people who have built their businesses using their family and friends and then getting referrals from that list, right? But here's the thing, and here's the problem that a lot of consultants or just a lot of business owners initially run into, is that perhaps their family doesn't want to purchase or want to buy Mary Kay, right? Perhaps they have absolutely no interest in skincare or even cosmetics. Perhaps they don't want to book a party, they don't want to have a facial. Maybe they don't even spend that much money on their skincare products. They may just buy, things out the drugstore or Walmart that's because they're very price sensitive, right? So a lot of times a lot of times consultants run into that bump in the road when they're like, man, no one quote unquote wants to buy from me. No one wants to book a party for me, right? And then where do you turn to? And that's where frustration can lead to quitting, essentially. So here's the thing, and this is what I want to share with you on today, especially if you are someone that is in business, has run into that type of road bump. Essentially, you want to have what's called a target market, right? Every business has a specific group of people that they are targeting, that their goal is to put their message in front of this group of people, because these people are already searching for what they have, right? Every business does it. Walmart, Target, all the way down to your mom and pop shops, right? They have a specific group of people that they are targeting, in other words, because these people are already interested in their products or services. And that's what you want to have the mindset of, being your own boss and being an entrepreneur. You have to know, okay, who is it that I'm going to specifically target, right? So your target market is here are some criteria when thinking about your target market, right? First of all, the best criteria, especially if you're new, is your target market is ultimately you, right? Who you are, so think about who you are. How old are you? What is your background? What is your income level? What is your marital status? Do you have any children? What is your current career, right? What's your educational background? Perhaps what's your ethnicity, your ethnic background? These are the things that make up what we call the demographics of your target market, right? It's the age, income, marital status, how many children, if any at all, your career level, educational level, things like that, right? So you want to consider the demographics when initially, researching your target market. So that's the first part. The second part is the sociographics. So what are some of the things that this group of people enjoy doing, right? What are their hobbies? Where do they like to hang out at, right? And then the third part of creating and being clear on who your target market is defining what problems that this specific group of people are experiencing. Now, I'm going to tie this all up in just a second by giving you an example, but I want to outline the criteria so you can begin to jot these things down and begin a thought process of, okay, who am I going to start to target? Instead of trying to, approach any and everyone, who is that specific woman that I'm going to reach out and target, okay? And that's who I'm going to focus on. That's who I'm going to zero in on when I am when I'm running my business, right? When I'm marketing, right, essentially, because that's how these businesses decide who they're going to market to. That's how they create their marketing message. If you think about it, like my husband, he's a huge football fan, right? So he watches a lot of ESPN. And me just being a business-oriented person, while I'm looking at ESPN with him, I actually look at the commercials, right, with a different mindset of, okay, who are these commercials targeting? And a lot of times these ESPN commercials, well, they're not from ESPN, but they're on ESPN, right? They're targeting the type of people who are normally going to watch ESPN, right? And voila, it's men, right? So a lot of times you'll find like shaving commercials. You'll find a lot of Ford trucks and Chevy trucks are advertised heavily on ESPN. You'll find a lot of business related commercials on ESPN. Why? Because they understand and know the type of men who are watching sports, right? A lot of these men, they're competitive. A lot of these men are career oriented. They may be middle in middle age, or perhaps they're like at the height of their career or in the middle part of their career where they're advancing. And so these commercials are actually targeted to that group of people who normally watch ESPN, right? For the most part, if you watch Disney with your children, right, you'll see a lot of the commercials are toys, but also because they know that their parents are watching Disney with them, you will find a lot of women targeted commercials. Okay, so and that's essentially the mindset you have to get into when thinking about, okay, who am I going to target in my Mary Kay business? It can't just be any and everyone, especially when you're starting off, right? So and just even in general. So let me just tie this all together. So let's say, for example, you're talking to someone like myself, right? Someone who is married with two young children in their early 30s, having an income household of perhaps maybe $60,000 a year, perhaps have a bachelor's, a master's education in the household. And let's say, as you begin to think about someone who's in their early 30s, right? What are some of the things that your product can help in my situation? So for me, I want to look for products that's going to help me keep my youthful looking skin, right? I'm no longer in my 20s, I'm in my 30s. So I'm thinking about, okay, how can I keep my face looking good, for me, my boo, and just having to continue to remain having my youthful look, right? Think about some of the things that I enjoy doing. I enjoy going out on vacation with my family. I enjoy taking them out perhaps to restaurants that are geared towards children's, like Chuck E. Cheese, things of that nature. So as you begin to craft who your target market is, now okay, well, I know that this woman, right, and I forgot to mention that I am a stay-at-home mom. And so if you're trying to target women like me, then you wouldn't perhaps go to I don't know, like a daycare center, because I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I don't take my children to daycare for the most part. I eventually will, but for the course of this example, so you wouldn't find me at a daycare center, right? So someone like me, I actually like to search and look online for things, right? And so what you have to begin to do is like, okay, I know who this person is, so now I have to go and start researching and being in places where she is. I enjoy being on Facebook, right? So Facebook will be an optimal place for you to market, to look for someone who is like me. And so you have to think of people like you. Where do you hang out? How old are you? What are the things that you like to do? What are the things that you want to help combat with your skin? Whatever and you could be watching this and you may not even be a Mary Kay, and that's fine, because the message is still relevant for any business owner. Okay, so you just have to keep in mind exactly whom you are targeting, your specific group of people, so that way you can start creating your messages around that market. All right, so I kind of sort of rambled, but let me just kind of bring everything home here. Okay, so how do you create your target market? You want to do these 4 things, right, when considering your target market. Number 1 is you want to clearly have an outline of clearly define the demographic. So how old is she? What's her income level? Is she married? Does she have children? What's her educational background? What's her career, right? Things like that. So have that clearly defined. The second thing is you want to outline the social graphics of this person, right? What are their hobbies? What are their interests? Where do they like to hang out? What kind of pulls their heartstrings, right? Think of the interests of that person and outline that. All right, the third thing is write down 10 problems that this group of people may be experiencing that your product, your service can help overcome. Right, and so, for example, wants to stop the signs of aging, right? Perhaps has oily skin, so wants to help alleviate excessive oiliness on the skin. Perhaps wants to, as a stay-at-home mom, needs a break from children, right? That may be one of the problems. And so the solution would be, hey, let me book a skincare class with you to give you a break from your kiddos, and let's just have some fun pampering time, right? And so as you outline these problems, the last and fourth thing that you're going to do is jot down the solution to each of these problems. Okay, so I just gave you an example of a problem and a solution, right? I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I may want a break, and so a great solution to that would be offering, you know, someone who is a stay-at-home mom a skincare class or a one-on-one facial, just to give them that break and some pampering time. All right, and just, you know, to enjoy life, right? So, you know, so write down the problems, write down the solutions that your products and your service helps overcome, and now you pretty much have your marketing message within that, right? That's your marketing message. And so now as you're on Facebook, you can say, hey, you know, if you're and you would go on Facebook groups that target stay-at-home moms. You can go on a stay-at-home mom Facebook group and say, hey, you know, if you are in the Atlanta area. And that's another criteria I failed to mention, is the demographics. Where does this person live as well? Okay, that's definitely going to be important, especially if you're looking to market online. So you will go on a Facebook group, say, hey, you know, if you are a stay-at-home mom, perhaps you need a break from the kids. I'm offering the first 5 ladies a complimentary facial, and as a gift from me to you, I'm going to give you a $15 gift certificate. Okay, how many women do you think in your area would kind of hop up on that are stay-at-home moms and they're looking for a break from their kids, and you're going to give them $15, right? So that's where having that marketing message comes into play. Okay, because now you can create your own ads, right? Create your own ads, because you're listing the problem, because that's what's going to speak to these women, the problem, right? And then you're offering the solution. Okay, so I didn't really expect for this video to be going on 12 minutes, but I really hope that it added value. My goal is for you to just buckle down and get specific on who the woman is that you are targeting. Who are you marketing to? Okay, and because as you begin to market specific to that woman, it starts to get easier, right? Because you're not just dealing with any and everyone. You're not just dealing with the tire kickers, right? You are zeroing in on specific woman who wants what you have, right? Who is looking for what you have. Now, if you want to take this and go to the next level and begin to market online, if you are watching this video, let's say if you found this video on YouTube, and you want to know, okay, how can I take my business online in a way that doesn't interfere or doesn't interfere with the internet guidelines that the Mary Kay Inc. Offers, right? That there is still legal ways that you can market online in a way that still allows you to remain professional, and you begin to brand yourself. And I created a 5-video bootcamp series on how you can do that. So you can just click on the link that's below the in the description box of this video. Click on the link, put in your name and your email, and I'll begin to send over these 5-step videos on how you can pretty much begin to build and brand yourself online, okay? And begin to build your Mary Kay business online. Blah, 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 blah. All right, so again, I hope this has been valuable. I hope be sure to take those assignments, right, and take them seriously, because you can begin to market to women who pretty much already want what you have, and it just makes it so much easier for you to really begin to build your Mary Kay business in a profitable way. Okay, so if you already do not have access to my bootcamp series, click on the link below this video, put in your name and your email, and check your email. I'm gonna go ahead and send that over to you. All right, ladies, be blessed. I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.